What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome to this video where we are talking about the United States market crash. And we're talking about everything. The housing crash, the stock market crash, the entire world crash, whatever it is that you want to name it, that is what we're going to be talking in this video. And I'm going to be breaking down for you some serious details of things that I'm experiencing in the real estate world every single day. On top of that, in the stock market world, that I could possibly say from my side, I feel that we are in a massive bubble. Many feel that way too, but probably not to the extent that I feel. Now, I'm making sure that everything is up to code, everything is working, the mic, the audio, all that sounds good. Please let me know if it does. And we're just going to dive right into it. We got Jesse saying, what's up? Cool experiments saying, why hasn't it started? Here we are. We've started. This is live, by the way. Najib saying, yo, and Anna saying, love your videos. Thank you so much. Now, guys, in today's video, you guys know that if you're paying attention to the market, the real estate market in general, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. That's one sector. Now, if you're paying attention to the stock market, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. Reaching all-time highs. So many people have no experience jumping in it and actually making money and so forth. And I am one of the biggest shorters in the stock market today. Anything I can get my hands on, I short. I rarely buy. And if I buy, it's only short term because I see it swinging up and I want to jump out. And you can see that I've been shorting for the last couple of months, 6 months plus. And if you're paying attention to the stock market, you know that I've been losing for the last couple of months because every time I short, it keeps on going up. But eventually, I'm a firm believer that it has to come down because what we're seeing is just ridiculous. Now, I'm not shorting my entire life savings into the market, but I'm shorting enough to believe that what we're seeing is artificial and not real. So I got it organized down here where I'm looking. I got my laptop, guys, for those of you wondering why I'm looking down. And I just have everything written down so I stay on track. And the main things that we're touching on today is the real estate market and the stock market. And when you talk about the stock market, you really talk about the United States in whole because all the companies that are massive, that are big, that have billions of dollars that flow into the economy are really on the stock market. So if that's not doing well, then you could say that the entire economy in the United States is not doing well. We got more people jumping in. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing good. We got somebody from Hawaii. Man, I wonder how beautiful those beaches are in Hawaii. I wonder if you can just see through them without even having to be underwater. Just like from the top, you just see right down below. If you guys are watching right now, by the way, getting any value, excited, hyped up on a Saturday because you're hustling and you're trying to learn more and get more, then please let me see that like button get clicked. Let me see the numbers go up. We have a couple likes right now. I want to see the number go higher. So if you're watching right now, please hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. And most importantly, I value every single one of you. So thank you so much for even being here. We're jumping right in it, guys. Real estate. We got a couple of factors that are making it so expensive, so hard to get your hands on it. If you're in the market, you want to buy a house, buy a commercial property, sell a house, sell a commercial property, whatever market you're in real estate, you understand that things are crazy. You understand that it's so hard to get your hands on things because everybody is competing and bidding and outbidding one another. I'm a real estate agent. I literally yesterday showed a property to one of my clients and we're bidding over $20,000 in hopes to win it. And we're waiving appraisal. This isn't a game. This is actually true. I share videos of what I'm actually doing. So this is the reality of where we are, especially if you're in a hot market. If you're in a hot market in real estate, you know it's crazy. So we're dealing with interest rates being at all-time lows. Now take a pause. Interest rates recently started to go up. That's one thing I want you to keep in mind. We're dealing with supply being so low and demand being so high. We're dealing with construction cost being ridiculous. I actually came across an article I was reading that says that construction costs on homes are causing new home prices to go up in expense, in value. So if the house is listed for $300,000, it's now going to be $24,000 more expensive just because of the lumber cost, because of wood. Wood has went up over 100%, guys. Imagine. So that home that you would have bought for 300K is now $324,000 just from the lumber itself. You can only imagine the other stuff that we're running short on. So now we have construction costs going up, making home prices that are new way more expensive. And as always, we got forbearance. If you're renting a house, you really can't get evicted because there's government rules on that in some states. And then also, if you're having a house through a bank, through a lender, they're giving you forbearance on your mortgages, saying you don't got to pay this month for the next 6 months. And that was just extended, so that's another reason. Now, these things are killing real estate and making it so expensive. But the topic is the United States collapse. How in the world are you saying, Karam, that this stuff is making prices go up, but you're talking about a collapse in the United States? Well, let me break it to you. Put it this way. Interest rates, let's say they start going up. That's going to minimize loans. That's going to make monthly payments on the house more expensive. That's going to make people not that motivated to purchase. So if that goes up, now you have a problem. You have new construction being built. Builders are trying as fast as they can to turn these properties so they can sell them. Now, what happens when the demand gets satisfied and the supply comes back on the market? You now have a market where there's more supply, less demand. What happens whenever construction costs start to come down a little bit more because China's starting to send in more, because all the deliveries are getting on time, because more stock is there? What happens when you have forbearance? The banks say that you can't have forbearance anymore. We're foreclosing on you. That you can't stop paying your rent. We're about to evict you. You're going to see the market have to have a downturn and essentially going to collapse because we're buying properties already overpriced. They're not even valued at this, but we're paying for it anyways because we're seeing there's not enough supply. So we're willing to do so. What happens when more supply comes? What happens when foreclosures start flooding the market? What happens when there is more supply, guys, than demand? It's basic economics. There has to be a collapse. There has to be a retrace in price values. There has to be something that makes those who are in the real estate market start to at least get scared for what's coming and what's happening. Now, that's the real estate market, guys. We're dealing with a lot of crazy stuff in the real estate market, but what about the stock market? You might be somebody who's watching this and you're like, hey, Karam, I'm invested in the stock market. What you gonna say about the stock market? I've been making thousands of dollars in the stock market. I'm the best trader and I know the game and I'm over here making money. Are you telling me the stock market's gonna crash? Let me break it to you. By the way, if you got any questions, drop it below. If you got any thoughts, put it in the comments. Let me tell you why. I go live every Saturday to talk to you guys. This is the point of the lives. It's not to just make another video. It's to talk to you guys. So any comment or any thought you have, put it down below and I'm going to answer it as soon as I wrap up what I got going on here, which is the talk of the video. Okay, so do that. And once again, wow, I see the likes shot up. Thank you guys so much. This is amazing. If you guys haven't liked the video yet, please hit that like button if you're getting value. Now, we're talking about the stock prices. Now, remember, the real estate market is on fire. The stock market is on fire. Essentially, it has to be in a bubble because it's just way too high and way overvalued. And don't forget that we're having stimulus checks coming in. We're having government aid coming in. We're having the market artificially pumped just to keep it to survive. Don't forget that, please. That's huge. $1.9 trillion trying to be passed to help out all these industries. It's ridiculous. What's going to happen to the value of a dollar? Inflation. It's going to have to decrease. It's going to have to go down. It's going to have to be a lot less than what the dollar's worth today. But we'll talk about that later. Stock prices. There is a saying, guys, that everyone is a genius in a bull market. So you right now, you might be a smart person. And you might be like, this is my first month in the stock market. Yep. I just made $50,000. How'd you make that? How'd you make the 50K? Well, you know, I put in $10,000 into Tesla. I woke up the next day and that $10,000 was $50,000. And everybody starts clapping for you. Oh my God, this guy is a genius trader. Oh my God, he made $50,000 because he traded Tesla last month and then it boomed up more and now they made the 50K. That's not how it works, guys. The stock market is known to be almost 95%, if lucky, the majority lose in the stock market. In today's market, if anyone put in $1 and they buy something with expectancy it's going to go up, it's been going up for the last 10 months, 11 months, ever since March or end of February. No, actually end of March, it's been going up. After the pandemic hit and everything and it went to all-time lows, it's just been starting to go up, up, and up and actually beat all-time highs, okay? So if you bought anywhere between those time frames, March, April, May, within those on the right timing, you're making money. Not because you're a genius, not because you're not a genius. If you bought at that time, you're smart because you weren't scared. But guys, everything is going up. Listen to this right here that should shock you and that should make you say, wow, things are crazy. You have to understand that stock prices are related to the company itself. And if the company is making money, then the stock price goes up. If the company is not making money, the stock price either just keeps fluctuating in hopes or it goes down. So right now, Tesla, one of the hottest stocks everyone's talking about. In fact, everybody thinks that because they own Tesla stocks, they're the next billionaire because they're all betting on Elon Musk. The stock market, in fact, today, guys, in my opinion, has become a casino. Everybody's just betting on it. And even when you hear the news saying everybody's betting on this stock, everybody's betting on that stock. What is this, a casino? That's what it's become. With retail investors jumping in and Robinhood making the app like it's a game. It's crazy. But listen to this. Tesla's PE ratio. PE is P/E. Price to earnings. Price to earnings means the price of Tesla stock is basically placed at this price based off of the earnings that it makes. So if a stock for Tesla is $1, it's based off of the earnings that it makes. The automotive industry's average is 15x to like 17x plus or minus. So if Tesla stock is $1, it should be, if Tesla stock is $15, they should be making $1, okay? So Tesla stock is now $15. The company Tesla should be making $1. That's what the stock is valued at. 15x to 17x is the average. Tesla stock today, its PE ratio is 124x. Think of that. 124x. This means this. Tesla's making no money. Let's just say that it made $1 this year. Its stock price, based off of its number right now, its PE ratio is $124. It makes $1, but the stock price is valued at $124. How the hell does that make any sense? Tell me. What's happening is everyone is betting that Elon Musk is going to take this to the moon. And not only that, but Elon Musk is going to make this the next big thing. And not only that, but energy and automation and such is going to be the next big thing. Therefore, everyone is betting on it. Get the words right. Betting on it. Okay? So Tesla's stock price is way overvalued. Businesses, you make this much money, this is your evaluation for your business. You don't evaluate a business based off of, I assume it's going to make 100 million next year, so I'm going to make my value of the company 100 million. No. You value it based off of its actual earnings, and then you have pro formas where you're estimating it's going to be worth this much in 5, 6, 7 years. But nobody purchases based off of a pro forma. They look at the pro forma, they make sure it makes sense, but they also look at the current numbers. Tesla's current numbers aren't anywhere near what its stock price is. That's the truth. Where am I going with this? We're going to get some Tesla people who get mad because they love Tesla. But where am I going with this? I'm going with this to let you know that the stock market is in a bubble. Tesla is one of the stocks, but there are so many others. Actually, majority of the stocks are 30x and 40x in the PE ratio stance. When they shouldn't be that high, there should be 15 to 20x, which is the average. You're talking 30, 40, 50x. Majority of the stocks. This means that they're all overpriced. Tesla hit almost $800-900. This is after it split. Okay, now picture this. And then last week, Tesla dipped from $740. It dipped to $550. Imagine. It went down over $200. Do the percentage on that, over 20-30%. Correct my math if I'm wrong. Everybody panicked. Everybody who owns Tesla was so scared. They were like, what's going on? And everybody jumped last week saying, the stock market is crashing. Come on. You're calling yourself a trader. A stock market trader. You're a genius. You've been doing so good in a bull market. What happens when you're in a bear market? You're calling yourself a genius. In the stock market, it literally went down for probably 2 days in a row, and the world was panicking and going crazy. How can you handle going up for 10 months, but you can't handle going down for 2 days? That's ridiculous, right? And everybody started fearing and selling and cashing out and trying to get their money out and not knowing what to do. And is the market going to crash and is it going to keep going down? In fact, Tesla hit $605. And the next day, after the stock market closed, the next morning, it went up to like 610 and then it shot down to 550. And it was like a free fall. SPY. There's so many people who are buying SPY. Okay, SPY is basically an index fund that has a bunch of stocks in it. And so many people were buying it. And then it just went from $390 and it started to literally free fall all the way to $371, maybe even $370. I'm giving you guys averages plus or minus. It's crazy. The stock market is in a bubble. The real estate market is in a bubble. And it's a matter of time before something ticks it to where it actually explodes, crashes, and makes everything go back to where it should have been in the beginning. This is all artificially pumped by the governments. They're pumping stimulus checks. They're pumping money to be able to take people out of the debts. They're pumping and pumping, trying to make everybody survive. They're lowering interest rates to all-time lows so they can be able to have the economy keep on having movement and so much. So guys, if you're watching this video and you're getting any value and you like what you're hearing, or even if you don't like what you're hearing but you're still gaining knowledge, please hit that like button. I want to see the like button start going up. We're getting so many people involved on these live streams. It's very fun. It's exciting. And I'm getting a call right now from my client. Remember, guys, I do real estate and I do it every single day. And it's Saturday and I'm getting calls from clients. And actually right after this video, I'm heading out an hour to drive to one of my clients. So we're doing a walkthrough on their property that they hopefully close on. We've been having such a hard time with the appraiser. The first time the appraiser went to the house, he got in an accident. We're like, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully things get better. Then the next week, he goes out again, a second time, gets in an accident again. I don't know if the AMC is lying, the appraisal management company. I don't know if the lender's lying. I don't know if somebody's playing a game, but we've delayed closing 20 days. The seller is so amazing for being patient with us, but 20 days from a appraiser? That's stupid. That's ridiculous. So that's just what we're dealing with in the real estate market, and the markets in general are crazy. Now I'm jumping in right now to everybody's comments, everybody who messaged down here. We got cool experiments saying this. Right now we finished the topic of the real estate market, of the stock market, and now I'm going to answer y'all's questions. Any questions you guys have, this is why I go live, so you drop it below, and I'm going to answer them for you. And if I don't know how to answer them, I'm just going to tell you I don't know. I only share what I do know, guys, so remember that. Hey, if I want to buy a property and list it up for rent, can I use the rent to pay the mortgage? Basically, I get the property for free because the renter pays the mortgage. Yes. I actually have a reel. I'm uploading it on Instagram maybe today. It's a 27-second video that if you don't follow me on Instagram, you need to go follow me there. 27-second video that literally answers your question right here. If you buy a property, your monthly mortgage with your taxes, insurance, your CapEx, and everything that you have involved in that property costs you, let's say, $1,000 a month, okay? You can rent that property for $1,500 a month. That means that you made $500 a month in cash flow. You pay off your mortgage, your insurance, your taxes, your CapEx, you put some reserves, whatever it is. You make $500. So to answer your question, you buy a home with a good rate, with a good mortgage that makes sense in the numbers, and then you can rent it out. Now here's what we're dealing with right now. You're probably like, why did the screen just turn black? It's because I got a Canon 80D camera. Auto shuts off after 30 minutes. And I'm probably talking real long on this video, so that's why. Wow, 20 minutes plus. But anyways, hopefully that answers it for you. Now, Jimmy Wells says, you should make a full YouTube video on that lease manager thing. A full YouTube video on that lease manager thing. Please explain what you mean by the lease manager thing, because I'm not understanding. Base Zoomer saying, my boy speaking facts. What's up? Greetings from Las Vegas. Greetings. What's up? What's up? We got Las Vegas in the house too. We got Diana saying, yes. Basically answering back what Cool Experiment said. Jane, stimulus checks going into the stock and crypto market soon. That's so funny because if you got a stimulus check, so many people who got the $600 stimulus check, $1,200 stimulus checks, majority are saying they took it and they threw it in the stock market. How the hell are you telling me that you can't afford your mortgage and your rent and you can't buy food and you can't do this, this, and this, but you're taking it and putting it in the stock market, the casino, gambling it away? Makes no sense. But it's happening. We got Jabber saying, I got banned from commenting on TikTok live permanently. Come on, what have you been commenting for that to happen? Caitlin saying, I do not understand how the bonds affect the stock market. Caitlin, I wish I can answer that question for you. To be honest with you, when it comes to the details of the bonds and the stock market and all of that, it's a very deep analysis. It's a very deep thing that I have to research in, and my knowledge kind of stops really where I talk. So that one I'm going to pass on, but I will find out the answer for you and hopefully answer it in future videos. Based Zoomer, I just passed my RL exam. Should I get my license now? It's about $1,800, or should I wait since the market might be going down? Base Zoomer saying, I just passed my real estate license and it costs $1,800. I would get your license if I'm being honest with you. If you have a pipeline of people who want to sell their properties, get in, because selling is one of the easiest things. So many realtors think they're the best because they're selling so much. But if you have anybody who wants to sell a property, realistically it's selling. So I would get it and I would learn it and I would be prepared for it. Even if it went down, you can still make money on a down market. You just want to find those people who have been waiting for the down market. Where do the homeowners live after they sold their house? I don't think they will buy a house in this crazy market. Homeowners, when they sell their house, they buy a house. Or when they sell a house, they rent a house. Or when they sell a house, they move to a different state because of job reasons or relocating. Eventually, they have to buy. Whether they buy today or they don't, majority of them are actually buying. They're just moving to a bigger home or they're doing something different. So they do that. Where do we invest now? I'm not going to tell you where you invest your money now, but in general, invest where it makes sense. If a real estate deal makes sense, invest in there. If something else makes sense, invest in there. It's whatever makes sense right now. But the reality is, in a market that's so high, very little makes sense. Base is saying, I'll keep my money in Las Vegas casinos. Tesla is way overpriced. So many Tesla fans don't like to hear that. Why? Should we call a broker who invests our money? I wouldn't call no broker to invest your money in this market. They're going to tell you invest in this and invest in this and invest in this and it's booming, it's to the next, it's to the moon. Don't mess with that right now. Anyone can invest anywhere and make money, but when things turn the other way, you want to be careful, guys. Surge is saying, also to be fair, Tesla is more looked at as a technology company than an automotive company. I agree to an extent with that, but at the end of the day, they're competing in the automotive industry. They're competing, and you're saying instead of buying a BMW, I'm going to buy a Tesla. Instead of buying a Ford, I'm going to buy a Tesla. Instead of buying a Lambo, I'm going to buy a Tesla P90X, right? So you're comparing it, yes, in the automotive industry directly with its competitors, and it might not, they're called indirect competitors. They're not direct because they're not the same game that Tesla's playing. Them being in the tech field has a percentage because of their softwares and what they do, but ultimately they're in the automotive game. Caitlin saying, it's sad because it's new investors setting themselves up for failure. It's like going to the casino to play money you can't afford to lose. I agree. Putting money you can't afford to lose in this market, you don't want to mess with that. Jesse, more retail investors are trading more than ever, and this is their first time experiencing a bull market and gambling on hype. You nailed it. Retail investors trading for the first time ever in a bull market, trading on hype, thinking they're making money, because in a bull market, who doesn't make money if you're buying? You nailed it. Valerie says, you are confirming my suspicions. Suspicions hopefully makes it more clear that the market's kind of shady. Will the market go up next week with the 1.9 trillion stimulus pass? I'll be honest with you, based off of the other stimulus checks that were passed and the other programs that were passed, the market went very high after they were passed. Will it happen again? There's a high chance it will. And there's a high chance that the government, every time they go on the news and every time Jerome goes on the news, who talks for the feds, they say things just to make us happy, and then the market reacts good to it. And if they say something bad, the market reacts negative to it. It's like they're just stringing us from the top and playing the game they want to play. It's crazy. But that's hopefully answering your question. We got Om Patel saying, hey Karam, I'm 15 and I called real estate agents from Zillow, and when I asked them if I can make flyers for them, they said, we get our flyers from our company. What should I do? There's a lot of real estate agents who work in big companies who have in-house flyer making. They're not custom flyers. They're not directed flyers. They're just very ugly, basic flyers. You're promoting for them that you're going to make custom flyers that's going to build their personal brand that they can market online, not just the basic templates that the company gives them. That's a big distinction. Right now I'm building my personal brand. I want customized flyers. I don't want basic flyers that the company will give me. I want custom ones for my brand, my colors, etc. All right, guys, that was a very fun live stream. If you got any value, please hit the like button. We got over 30 people on this live stream right now tuning in with us. So I want to see that likes start to go up. So please start pressing that like button. I appreciate that. And I love you guys for watching, for tuning in, for commenting, for discussing with me. This game is fun for me. I'm a real estate agent. I've been doing this ever since I was 18 years old. I began buying houses from the foreclosure auctions, flipping them, accidentally became a real estate agent, and ever since it's just been history. I'm working on some properties that I want to develop. Hopefully a 75,000 square foot facility is what we're proposing. That's a new exciting venture I'm getting in that I'm going to keep you guys updated with. And then so much more other stuff that I'm working on my website to hopefully launch, which I've been saying, but I'm eventually going to launch it. I got real estate courses coming out, hustling courses coming out, and things that's going to hopefully make you guys excel in what it is that you're doing and what it is that you guys have interest in. So hopefully you guys are enjoying and valuing the content that I'm bringing out. I post 3 times a week, and I'm trying to post a lot more because so many more questions and people are coming in asking. So hopefully that's what I'm going to start pressing on. But remember, I got to make money in the real world, and this is just something I do on the side. So as long as the real world, I'm hustling and making money for it, then the rest makes sense. So if I come on lives late or if I upload a little bit late, please understand it's because I'm out there grinding in the real world to make ends meet. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are hustlers. And let me tell you why. It is Saturday, and you're on a live stream learning about the real estate market, the stock market, the United States collapse, and everything else in between. Everybody else is probably chilling on this beautiful weather here, at least in Dallas, Texas, and you're over here learning. So thank you so much for doing so. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. I value you. And if you guys have any questions, comments, ideas, thoughts, don't be shy. Comment it below. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Snapchat. Follow me on TikTok. We just broke, I think, 220,000 followers on TikTok. Shout out to TikTok because it's actually right here beside me. They're watching me live as well. And we're booming on TikTok because all of you guys. So thank you so much for being there. Follow me on all my social media platforms. And hopefully if you guys have any questions, I'll always make time to answer them for you. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Y'all are awesome, and I'll see you all later. I'm out.